Welcome back, folks. This is John Oakes here with Hankster's Hot Rods here in our Homer City, Pennsylvania location. And today, you've guessed it, we are going to go over another new addition to our inventory with you folks right now. And that is going to be the vehicle sitting right behind me. So to give you an overview of the vehicle before I begin my walk around, we've got a 1990 Chevy Silverado 1500 pickup truck. This is the 454 SS package on this truck. It is the correct, it's the numbers matching 454 throttle body fuel injected motor on the truck, along with the 3L80 3-speed automatic transmission. And then again, what would probably be the factory or original rear end for the car. It is a POSI unit with a 373 gear. As far as our suspension goes, which we'll get to that here after a bit whenever we get it on our lift here, it's got the Bilstein shocks on it, front and rear. Other than that, it's pretty much all the stock suspension. And wheels and tires, obviously you can see this is what these trucks came with, these chrome, polished chrome, the slotted wheels here. Again, they are 15-inch wheels, front and rear. And then for the tires, obviously you can see Cobra radial GTs here. Size on those are 275/60 15s on all four corners. It is a power steering vehicle as well as a power brake vehicle, and it is disc brakes on the front, and then of course drum brakes on the rear. So that's pretty much it for a real quick overview. So we'll begin our walk around. Now again, the exterior of the truck, like I said, it is the correct black Onyx exterior. Again, everything is pretty much all blacked out on the truck, and that's the way these trucks came from the factory. So most of your trim, all of your molding and stuff are going to be done in black to make everything kind of just as stealthy as possible with these vehicles. Now again, not going to go over too much in detail as far as like the gaps and the elevations on a vehicle like this. Obviously it's going to be all really good stuff here. This is, you know, a really nice clean truck here. We do have the dual mirrors, passenger and driver side, body color here again, as well as you know, all the trim there. You can see it does have the vent visors also, and that's so that, you know, on those hot days that it might be raining or something, you can always crack your window there a little bit and get some airflow in there without it coming down, you know, that rainwater coming down inside. Nice tinted windows too on the sides of the truck here. There's no cracks or chips anywhere on the glass. That all looks good. All of your trim work, all of your moldings, all the way around your windows are all in really good shape. Of course, you've got the molding down the entire side of the truck here, kind of in that satin black there. Of course, you can see the bow tie with the 1500 at the bottom of the door there too. All that looks good. Even our door handles are all done in the black as well. No scratches or anything there. It looks really clean. We'll go ahead and open up our door so we can take a look at our interior for the first time. So again, this would be the correct, like the burgundy color there. Again, you can see the seats are in really good shape. They are the cloth seats, the matching carpeting and headliner and so forth, all of which looks to be in really good condition on this truck. You've got a locking center console right there for you with the cup holders in it also. As far as your dash and instrumentation, that is going to be all factory stuff there. So factory dash, factory gauges. You do have the factory climate control as well as radio in there. AM, FM cassette, I believe, on the radio. But as far as the dash goes, that's all in great shape too. There's no cracks anywhere in the dash, no rips or tears in the seat upholstery or in the carpeting. And again, you have all of your seat belts here with this vehicle too. Even your door panels on the vehicle are very nice condition, very clean. Armrest pads are in great shape. There's no splits or cracks anywhere in there. You do have the power windows and the power locks on this as well. You also have the tilt wheel and the cruise control too on this model of truck here as well. All of our weather stripping and seals up around our door frame all are in a really good shape here for our truck. And you have the decal here in the door that has like your tire tire specs and so forth there also. So that's from the driver's side of the truck. We'll close this up and work our way around. Again, shuts really nice and easy. Of course, your fuel-filled door and your cap all right here. That's all in great shape there. Again, you've got the cladding down here at the bottom of the truck here, the whole way back the side of the vehicle, all anchored good and securely there, and looks really nice on the truck. Also, again, as I mentioned, the 454 SS model, so you do have the graphics package to go along with that back here. This is how they came from the factory. We've already been over the wheels and the tires. They're all in really nice shape on this truck. And this truck does have the tonneau cover on it too, which is in really nice shape here. Again, looks like it's a folding tonneau cover, so if you ever would need to open it up and retract it to put something in the bed, you would be able to do that. You also have at the back here of your cab, you've got the sliding rear window, which again you can see is in excellent shape with all of your molding kind of done in that like that satin black finish there. You got the third brake light or cargo light up there, so that again, all of that is in really nice shape. As we come around the back of the vehicle here, all your taillight lenses here in great condition. There's no chips or cracks in any of the lenses. Of course, your bumper, all of that, all done black. You've got the Chevrolet across the back of the tailgate, that graphic there, just to match up with the 454s on there. You got the step pad here too. That's in good condition. If we open up our tailgate, it is tethered, so you got your hinges here. It's not going to let it come down any further. You've got the Bedliner in here as well with a set of floor mats. So again, this is going to protect not only your bed floor, but also the tailgate as well. So what you'll see underneath this should be well protected, good metal for this truck. We'll go ahead and close this up, and that's an Allstar Bedliner as far as name brand goes. As far as the tonneau cover, that would be a North Mountain tonneau cover. So again, just to give you an idea on the brands that's on the truck. Now we come around here again, taillight lens is in great shape, no chips or cracks there. The matching graphics over here on the passenger side of the bed. Again, the metal on this truck, all the panels nice and straight all the way around this vehicle. The tires are in great condition. Like I said, wheels are polished up very nice. Again, we pretty much come up to our door here now so that we can take a look at the passenger side of our vehicle. Everything else is all the same, all in great shape here. Again, this is just to give you the point of view from both sides of the interior. Again, factory dash, factory instrumentation, climate control, all of that stuff, the dual bucket seats. And again, just very nice material here. Again, you'll see the door panel here on the passenger side. Again, is in great condition. No splits or cracks in the armrest pad. All of our material, all good, all intact there. And again, those power windows and power locks. That's it for the passenger side. We come around now, you'll see the antenna, fender mounted antenna here on the passenger side. And then we'll just come around to the front of our vehicle. So again, up front here, you've got the all black grille to go along with everything. Like I said, just makes it look really, really stealthy here. Nice clean look to it. All of your headlights, the glass lenses, those are all in great shape with no chips and cracks. Your turn signals and side marker lights, same thing there. The black front bumper with that same trim, that same molding all the way around the bumper and back the sides of the vehicle. This would be your stock hood too, all steel hood. And then as far as your windshield, again, no chips or cracks on the windshield. That black molding all the way around. Wiper arms, good set of wiper blades there also. So again, that's the complete walk around. Now we're going to go ahead and open up our hood. I believe that probably has a hood latch in here. So let's go ahead and pop that. There we go. And now we'll get this lifted up and talk about some of the drive line here. Okay, so with the hood, obviously you got to see that the hood release and the latch and so forth all do function as they should. The underside of the hood here, all of your hood insulation, all intact. It's not ripped or torn. It's held up as it should be, nice and properly there with all the correct attachments and so forth there. Your hood hinges and springs all functioning correctly as they should by holding that hood up. You can see the under hood light. It does work. And again, now we're looking at the engine. So this is, again, the numbers matching 454 cubic inch big block Chevrolet motor. It's the throttle body fuel injected motor. You can see everything underneath here is all factory. So your factory air cleaner and the intake tubing for it, all of your air conditioning components, the compressor, everything, it's all factory here. Alternator, like I said, power steering, power brakes as well, valve covers and so forth. Like I said, nothing on this truck has really been changed from what it was whenever it was original from the factory. So again, everything looks good underneath here. As far as the exhaust goes, looks like we got a nice set of cast exhaust manifolds on this. It's got the stock exhaust on this vehicle too from the factory, with the 2-inch tailpipes on it also. As far as that transmission, like I mentioned, it's a 3L80 transmission, 3-speed automatic, and then that rear end obviously is the GM rear, the POSI unit in there with the 373 gears. So again, for a pickup truck, this thing's going to get up and go very, very nicely for you. I think I already mentioned the power steering, the power brakes, disc on the front, again, drums out on the back. Got your windshield wiper bottle in there, the stock radiator and fan setup. It is a clutch fan on this, and then the ignition system too. That's going to be all of your stock stuff there as far as that goes. All your hoses, like your heater lines, radiator, all of that stuff, all in great shape. No leaks or drips anywhere. All your clamps are good and secure on this vehicle, and all the belts. It's a serpentine belt setup on this, so the belts are all in great shape too on this vehicle. Runs very good. So that is the truck underneath the hood. Like I said, we've been through the complete outside of it, the exterior. We've been you know, under the hood now, and we've gone over all the drivetrain on it and so forth. So again, this truck really is a very nice vehicle. It's these are one of those sought after trucks. You know, a lot of collectors and so forth, they like to get their hands on these things because they didn't make a whole lot of them, you know, for very many years. Again, this is a 1990 454 SS. So at this point of the video, I always you know, remind you folks out there that if you're not watching this video from our website, I always recommend that you go there. It's hanksters.com. Check us out there. You're going to see upwards of 100 photos of this truck. You're going to see the retail pricing, the fact that that does include enclosed shipping to anywhere within the 48 contiguous states, as well as our Hanksters 3-month, 3,000-mile powertrain warranty. If you're interested to see exactly how that works, definitely reach out to us and we can go over that with you. It's a very simple process if you ever would have to use it. You're going to see also the pricing, the descriptions, the options on the vehicle, as well as this video that you're watching. You can even read up on Hanksters on there and see how all of our processes and so forth work for you. Also, if there's ever anything at all when we're walking around these vehicles that you can think of that you would like to have added or maybe changed to it, we do all kinds of installations and so forth here at Hanksters. So once again, I would just always ask that you reach out to us, talk to one of our salespeople, and they'll be glad to get you pricing on parts and labor to have whatever it might be you know, added to, you know, any particular vehicle that you're looking at, whether it be this one or one of our other ones there that we have also. With that said, that's pretty much it for the outside of the vehicle. We're going to take a moment to close everything all up right here, get it on our lift, and then we'll be back to go through the complete underside with you in here in just a moment. All right, welcome back, folks. Here we are once again back here in our shop with our 1990 Silverado 1500 454 SS up on the lift. So we're going to go through this vehicle just like we do all the other ones, going through front to back on the underside here, so we can kind of go over, you know, I guess the components that we see underneath here and the condition of everything that we are looking at here. So of course we'll start at the front. Again, this truck does have that black plastic front air dam on it, and that is in all good shape. It's all attached good and secure with all the proper fasteners. And again, we do have those fog lamps underneath here too, and those are all good and secure underneath here as well. The bottom side of the radiator, that's one we always look at because we want to make sure there's no leaks or drips there. And in fact, there are nothing here underneath. So again, it is nice and dry underneath here. So again, drain petcock dry, lower radiator hoses dry, clamps are all in good shape here. And it's got that full shroud there for the radiator fan. So again, all of it is all intact. It's not split or cracked anywhere. Again, all looks to be in good shape underneath here. Back a little bit further from all of that, we have an 1.25 inch front sway bar on this truck. Again, that's going to tie both corners together here up front, keep it good and solid, nice and tight across the front end here, and make it handle a little bit better with that sway bar. Sway bar bushings at the frame and at your sway bar end links here are all in good shape. There's no splits or cracks in any of the rubbers there. All of that looks to be in good shape. Of course, front cross member on these trucks, again, on all of the cars, front cross member, kind of like your anchor right here in the center for all of your front suspension. Again, very important that this stays nice and straight on vehicles so that all your suspension rides true. And again, this is nice and straight. So again, trucks sit up higher, very slim chance of ever hitting this on anything. So again, this is all in good shape and straight. As far as our front suspension goes, well, this is going to be all factory stuff here. So stamped steel components, your upper and lower control arms or your A arms up front, those are all in great shape. Ball joints are all in good condition too. Shocks, this truck has all Bilstein shocks on it. So a very good shock absorber. All of your mounting hardware, shock bushings and so forth, those are all in great condition on this vehicle as well. As far as the steering on this truck, it is power steering. So we always check out things like the power steering box. That is all dry, all the lines going to it. There's no leaks or drips there. The pitman arm, drag link, tie rods, and tie rod ends. And all of that stuff has been checked over on this truck, and all of it is in good shape. Tie rod ends and ball joints all have the little rubber dust boot covers on them, so that helps keep that grease in and keeps dirt and debris away from them, thus having those last a whole lot longer for you. And then as far as the brake system goes, as we mentioned in our walk around, we do have power brakes on this car. It is disc brakes up front, which is just your typical GM components here, and then drums out on the rear. Again, with any of these components here, you can very easily go to just about any of your local auto parts stores whenever you need components such as brake pads or, you know, rotors and so forth. You can pick those up very, very easily. And then the wheels and tires. Obviously, we got to see them from a much better view before, but again, these are those 15-inch polished chrome slotted wheels. Again, the Cobra radial GTs, and the size on them were the 275/60 15s, and the tread is in excellent shape, as you can see here on both tires up front as well as on the rear. Now, if we move our way in here towards the center, we'll talk a little bit about our drive line now, starting with that motor. Again, this is the numbers matching 454 cubic inch motor. This is a throttle body, fuel injected motor. And again, what we're looking at from the underside here is we're looking at our oil pan. We want to make sure that those gaskets and seals and so forth are all doing their job and keeping this thing nice and, you know, leak free, no drips whatsoever. And again, this is all dry underneath here. The oil pan itself is dry, the actual drain plug, as well as the back backside of the oil pan all dry. Even all of our transmission cooler lines coming back, those are all dry too. Now, as far as the transmission goes, this is that 3L80 3-speed automatic transmission. It does have the flywheel and torque converter cover on it, so that's going to help protect that. Our transmission pan, that is all dry as well. No leaks or drips anywhere around there. Now, before we get too awfully far too long, we want to go over our exhaust system. So this is the basically the factory exhaust system for this truck. It starts with the cast exhaust manifolds up top. You've got the 2-inch or the factory exhaust with your stock catalytic converter and the factory muffler, but it's got a set of 2-inch tailpipes that exit out right underneath the passenger side rear quarter panel on the truck, all of which is in great shape. All the gaskets for the exhaust for like your collectors, as well as all of your exhaust clamps, anywhere there's a connection like at the catalytic converter and the muffler, everything is just in great condition underneath here. So that's pretty much it for the exhaust. If we come back a little further, the frame and the floors on this truck are in great shape. So again, full frame vehicle, obviously being a pickup truck, everything is super straight the whole way from front to back on these frame rails. As far as the floors go, no holes, no patching whatsoever, all intact. Again, looks great underneath here. So again, no issues there. Your drive shaft, this is a steel drive shaft. It is weighted, so it's going to be a balanced drive shaft, and that's going to help eliminate any kind of driveline vibrations that you would have, you know, driving down the road. As far as the rocker panels on the truck go, very solid rocker panels down both sides of this vehicle here. Again, these are in great shape, and like I said, the floors, there's no issues with those whatsoever. Your fuel lines, brake lines, all of that stuff, all run nice and neat right within the channels here of your frame rails. Again, just no leaks, drips whatsoever underneath here. Got your fuel tank here. It's anchored good and secure here. This is the stock tank. And again, all of your mounting hardware, your straps and so forth, those are all in good shape there as well. So the drive shaft, the universals on that, those have been all checked over, and those are in good shape there. Good roadworthy stuff here. All maintenance very well. And then we have the rear end of the vehicle. So again, with our truck here, we've got what would be the, you know, probably the original rear end on this truck. It is a POSI unit inside this differential here. And again, it is a 373 gear. So again, that's going to get this 454 cubic inch big block up and running pretty good for you there. So again, it's a truck, but yet it's you know, kind of performance-y, you know, kind of racy for a truck there. So very nice stuff here. Your pinion seal is all good and dry. Your rear differential cover here too, all good and dry. So no leaks whatsoever there. So you got good gaskets, good seals. Brake lines back here, no leaks or drips there either. And again, it does have all of the emergency brake cables, fittings, all that stuff. They're all here, they're all hooked up, and they are all functional too back here on these rear drum brakes for this vehicle. Again, the same wheel and tire combination on the back as what we saw up front. It does have the multi-leaf rear suspension, as well as the Bilstein shocks on the rear as well. Again, those shocks, all your mounting hardware, the bushings and so forth, the boots on the shocks, those are all in good shape, all intact. And as we work our way towards the back of the vehicle, obviously we see a full-size spare tire underneath the back here. So again, in cases of an emergency, you've got that here with you. The tailpipes, these are in great shape. Again, 2-inch tailpipes exiting out the right underneath that quarter panel. And of course your rear bumper there, steel bumper, all done in black to match the rest of the vehicle. But again, all your floors, the truck bed floor from the underside, it looks great underneath here too. Of course, we saw from the top side, it's got the bed liner in it as well with that tonneau cover. So that's our 1990 Chevy Silverado 1500 454 SS pickup truck. It is in great shape. And then this is the point where I always like to remind you also that not only are we a classic car dealer, you know, classic muscle car dealer, we are also an ATC trailer dealer as well. Multiple models here in stock. Definitely check those out in case you're in the market for one. We would gladly work with you there on pricing for one of those. You can check those out on our car website by simply going to the inventory tab and clicking trailer inventory, or you can go directly to our trailer site at hankstershaulers.com. And again, you'll see all of our inventory with the pricing, descriptions, options, and lots of photos of each unit we have here. With that said, we're going to go ahead and drop this vehicle off of our lift. We're going to go ahead underneath the hood next, fire that motor up so you get to hear what it sounds like.